Well, thanks for visiting us this morning at ArkLaTexHomepage.com. I'm meteorologist Josh Marshes with your Monday morning forecast update. Should continue to be a warm pattern for us for at least a few more days, but it looks like our nicest stretch of weather, at least our most comfortable stretch of weather since the month of May, likely headed our way late this week and into the weekend. Of course, the big story across the region, what is Tropical Storm Sally, which is now over those warm, open Gulf waters, usually leads to some strengthening. You can see the storm really starting to blow up in size here over the last 12 to 16 hours or so. Still a tropical storm at this point. The official track from the National Hurricane Center still calls for this to become a hurricane at some point, either later today or tomorrow. Very slow mover, so this will be down along the coast, creating some heavy rain for at least a few days. Landfall now projected to be somewhere along the Mississippi River there between Louisiana and Mississippi, and just due to where this is forecast to make landfall, we will likely see very minimal to almost no impacts here in the ArkLaTex. This will take a rather quick turn to the north and northeast. So this will be a heavy rainmaker. As we mentioned, some storm surge down along the coastline. They can anticipate seeing 10 to 15 inches of rain where this makes landfall down in Louisiana as well as Mississippi, southeast Louisiana at that. But notice how we quickly kind of taper those amounts as we head off to the west. The ArkLaTex will be in an area where there's a lot of sinking air around these tropical systems, so that will tend to limit the rainfall. Could catch maybe an outer band here towards the middle of the week, but again, maybe some rain for Arkansas and Louisiana, but it does not look like it will be any heavy rain. Kind of breezy conditions today and tomorrow, but the winds should likely stay below 20 miles per hour. So for today, your temperature is starting out in the low to mid 70s. We're down to 63 in Idabel, so we still have that washed out cold front across the northern ArkLaTex. Your winds this morning about 5 to 10 miles per hour. We will catch a few wind gusts in the 20 mile per hour range today, so if you are headed out to the lakes and rivers, maybe some light to moderate chop out there on the waterways, but your temperature is pretty manageable again today. Shreveport right around 90 degrees, 87 for Texarkana, and will likely be in the mid 80s north of Interstate 30. Our rain chances today, again, we did have a few isolated showers this weekend. We can expect to see a similar pattern again today. Maybe not as much rain out there, but you can see there's that area of high pressure kind of setting up to our northeast here. We'll eventually start to move off to the coastline here, or off to the east later this week, and that's what will help to nudge a cold front through the region once we get into Friday's looking like, but definitely some temperature and humidity relief on the way for us late this week. Don't be too concerned about much rain today. We will have a few just stray, I would call them spotty showers, maybe this afternoon. These will be relatively quick and relatively short-lived. Shouldn't drop anything as far as any heavy rain, but if you want to be on the safe side, if you do have some outdoor plans this afternoon, you may want to take an umbrella with you just to be on the safe side, and it looks like things will be pretty quiet for us on Tuesday. And again, if we do see any of the outer bands associated with Tropical Storm, what will be Hurricane Sally, that will likely come midweek, so that's why we bumped up the rain chances a little bit Wednesday. Cold front begins to move through Thursday into Friday, so Wednesday, Thursday probably be the 2 days this week that we do see at least a decent chance for rain, and then I've kind of held us dry Friday through the upcoming weekend, setting up to be a really nice stretch of days. Should have highs in the mid 80s, much lower humidity Saturday, Sunday as well, and notice the overnight lows dropping all the way down into the low to mid 60s through the upcoming weekend.